graduated from BIS in 2011, and since then I've done my undergrad in business in University of Birmingham and also my master's in innovation and entrepreneurship at Imperial College London.
Hi, I'm Ray. I was classmates with Haley and I graduated in 2011, and after that I went to the Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama to study music, and then after that I studied composition with one of the Japanese composer David Chikura in the Royal College of Music London with my master's degree. Yeah.
I think for me the biggest thing with IB is that it really helped prep me for the transition to uni, because at least if you're going to UK university like I did, there's a lot of self-study, and with how well-rounded the IB course is, you're already accustomed to the level of work that's expected of you, and I got a lot of feedback from other people who also went to uni after completing IB is that a lot of skills kind of overlap, so the jump is not as big as someone who may have done their A-levels. And also with stuff like extended essay and TOK, even though it might seem like a headache now, unfortunately that is what you'll be doing in university, and having had experienced that when I was in high school, it really prepared me for when I transitioned to uni. I don't know about you.
Well, to be honest, I struggled a lot when I was studying in the IB curriculum because I was quite weak in most of the subjects, especially science. But I kept going anyway, and I tried my best to do them. In a way, they really trained my thinking, different perspectives of thinking about the same subjects. But actually, I got an unconditional offer with scholarship to study in the music conservatoire before the IB examination, so I was never being, pressurized to get marks, points for the IB, but then the whole program really trained my thinking in different ways before I started to focus, specifically in music as well.
Yeah. And I think a good reflection of that is that even if you may find IB to be a struggle, if you continue to, say, pursue your passion and really focus on, say, a topic that you may not, what you're passionate about, you'll see results as Ray did, how he got his scholarship and his unconditional offer.
So as a composition student in a conservatoire, I had to study thousands and thousands of music scores, getting different influences or inspirations, but ultimately it's about me getting a blank piece of paper and then write the notes myself. I remember when I had to submit a portfolio for my master's degree, one of the pieces, actually there were only 11 notes in the piece of music, but within those 11 really simple music notes, there were a lot of context, a lot of inspiration within them. So the point is to be ourselves, because being a student is very different from being a composer. Being a student, you learn from music written by the other people, but being a composer, you have to be yourself. So I guess that's the point of taking on the training.
No, and I agree. I completely agree with the whole being authentic aspect, which may sound quite difficult right now because I don't know about you, but I just as a person, or in terms of my interest, I changed a lot from, say, when I was doing my IB to university. But I think that's also something that you'll have to get comfortable with, is that change will be constant and change will always happen. So say even now, if you may not know exactly what you want, which is perfectly normal, I had no clue where I wanted to be or what I wanted to achieve when I was in high school level. If there is a passion and if you're lucky enough to have support to go for it, I say by all means pursue it as Ray have. But if you may not be as clear yet, that's also fine, because there is so much more growth that you'll experience when you're in university. And for now, just put in the hard work, because good grades don't come out of nothing, and continue to do so. And maybe also figure out how to deal with stress in a healthy way, because stress will always be there. It's just you'll have to learn how to cope with it. But ultimately, I'll say, other than pursuing academia, make sure that you stay connected to what you're passionate about, what your interests are, and you'll just have to go with the flow and see where that leads to in the future. But yeah.